Hi guys, it's KJM and it's TBT, also known as the first day of autumn, aka fall. So happy autumn. We're in a new season and autumn starts lace front wig season. So that's right, if you're someone that sweats a lot in your head, fall, winter, spring are the best times to try out lace fronts. But if you're someone like myself where I don't sweat a lot in my head, then I'm about to do it all season. Okay, so this is a perfect time to do wig installation 101. And since we're kicking off lace front wig season, I want to get you guys right and just give you guys a couple tips that you may not be getting from some wig influencers that are just showing you the installations. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to my YouTube, click subscribe. If you're not following me on IG or TikTok, go ahead and do so. These videos will be uploaded on both. So you are wondering, why am I doing a wig installation 101 class without actually installing a wig? Here's the thing. Some of you think that you are visual learners and you're not. So you guys have been watching the wig installations or whatnot. You've been watching it and your wigs are still not coming out the way how you want. First of all, practice makes perfect. You have YouTube as a form of education. There's a lot of sisters out there who can teach beginner wig installations. I'm not quite there yet, but the one thing I do know is I do know what it's like to start. I've only been doing this for about 2 years. So I do know what it's like to start from the beginning. Don't know anything about wigs. Wigs is not my full-time job. I'm not a hairstylist. I know what all of those things feel like. So basically, it's, stick with me and I'm going to take you where you need to go. So back to the visual learning. Some of you think you're visual learners and you're not. I learn best through writing. Unfortunately, writing doesn't really help with wig installations. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos and then watching other people install. And then I practice, right? And I wear both human and synthetic wigs. And I told you I do not recommend synthetic wigs in the summertime, but fall, winter, spring, you can go ahead and pull out your synthetic wigs. I love it for vibrant colors. So, and installing synthetic wigs can be very different than installing the human, but that's for another day, another time, whatever. But I'm a person that wears both. Some people have a preference one over the other. I'm a person that wears both. I think I do prefer human, but if you want that quick look, synthetic wigs can really, it'll take you there. So why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video so that some of you can take some notes on just some of the do's and don'ts to help you as you're learning to install your own wig. The first rule that somebody should have told y'all is you stay away from your own hairline. If you mess up a wig, even if it's a human wig, baby, you can come back from that. But if you out here pulling your own hairline, then you about to be bald headed and this is just not right. Stay away from your hairline. Your wig should always be installed slightly before your hairline, okay? Stay away from your hairline. That's rule number 1. Number 2, that no one ever told me, but I had to learn from experience is, if you're going to the hair salons and you're getting a professional person to install your wigs, they're probably going to use their product of preference. Some of the most popular ones are the Gots to Be Glued, along with their freeze spray. And then also Ghost Bond. When I first started with wig installations over 2 years ago, those were the 2 most popular glues on the market. Well, your girl KJM is allergic to both. And trust me, you will figure out, one took skin, it was burning my skin. You'll figure out if you're allergic. So now when I get my wigs professionally installed, I walk with my own products. And I already told you I'm a bowl hole girl. I wear their bowl hole liquid gold for temporary holes, their bowl hole lace jelly. I love their bowl hole active because I work out in my wigs. That glue is the best for me. And I still wear the bowl hole extreme as well when I just want to switch it up and maybe I want to install a wig, but I'm not going to be super active. So that's step 2. Test out your adhesives. Some people are tape people, some people are spray people, some people are jelly people, some people are glue people. I tend to think once you find the product that works the best, the product line that works the best for you, like I don't mess with tapes because I tend to have a reaction to tapes. I told you I don't mess with the Gots to Be Glued glue, but I do use the freeze spray along with the Boho products. And then I don't mess with Ghost Bond. So bring your own products. When you're getting your wig installed by somebody else, bring products, test it out on your skin, because you don't want to find out on vacation that you're actually allergic to whatever. And I would even say this about shampoo and conditioners when you're going to the hair salon. You don't want to have to find out the hard way that you're actually allergic to the product that is in your head. So test it out. That's rule number 2. So 1 is stay away from your hairline. 2 is test out your adhesives. And I recently told you that I recommend this Wonder Bond Ponytail Freeze Spray over the Gots to Be Freeze Spray. This baby works for a temporary hold just by itself. I've done it before. Just go back and look at some of my videos. If you just want to have a wig on for a couple of days, yada, yada, yada. So after you test out your adhesives, now we're going to talk about synthetic to human wigs. So not everybody can wear synthetic wigs. There are different synthetic fibers, and you also could be allergic to those. So if you're seeing that you're having a reaction, I'd probably just install a synthetic wig like temporarily with a spray and test it out. So if you see that you're having a reaction, it could be the synthetic fibers, it could be the lace, because synthetic wigs tend to have cheaper lace. And that's another thing you could have an allergic reaction to is the damn lace. So you gonna have to find out if you're a Swiss lace, Korean lace, HD. You're gonna have to find out what works for you. And I know that this sounds like a lot, but it's super duper important. Okay, so once you figure all that out, now you gotta make sure that you go ahead and get one of these bands. When you're trying to lay your lace and all that other stuff. So when I first started off, I was just using like rubber bands that I cut, that were like supposed to be headbands or something. But honestly, go on Amazon. I use this one. I also use a couple other ones when I'm out that are just like plain black and plain silver. Can't remember the company, but go on Amazon and get this is to like lay your edges for your wigs. But like invest in those products for real. Okay, so now wigs. So let's talk about wig hygiene. Some of you are out there re-wearing the same wig a million times and not washing it. Invest, especially for your human wigs, in a really expensive conditioner so you can deep condition your wigs. Also, I do temporary installs for myself, so my wigs are usually on for about a week. As you can see, I took the dark green one off this morning and installed something else because it's fall and I want to just do like a whole different color. So sometimes I just switch it up. But you want to make sure you are washing your wigs. I wash them, I deep condition them, and then I air dry them, okay? And there's different steps for cleaning your lace. You can go on YouTube. There's many different methods about cleaning your lace, and then shampooing and deep conditioning your wig. You can find those tips. You can just Google it or, search on YouTube. Those tips are going to pop up. I don't have enough time to get into all of that. This is just like a cheat sheet 101. After you wash your wigs, I air dry them. When I air dry them, here's the thing about keeping your human wigs. You either need to put them on a wig head, like a wig head stand, or one of these babies, like what the hair came in. So I own too many wigs to do the wig head stand. I have a couple of them, most of them styrofoam, which I wouldn't recommend even getting styrofoam. And then I have one really good one where I could actually pin a wig on it. Well, I own too many wigs, so that's just not going to be the thing to do. But what they don't tell you is you need to be keeping your human wigs. I keep my human and my synthetic once I've washed them. I keep them in the plastic that they came in. Okay, so don't throw away these bags because it's like putting your wig in the refrigerator and keeping it crisp. This is going to keep the wig like in good condition. You don't just want to have it in a drawer where it's just up against other wigs and it looks like chaos. sis, you want to be able to really keep it in one of these bags. So when you're buying your wigs, please do not throw these bags away, because once you wash them, air dry them, and if you're not going to install them right away, this is going to be your best friend, and it's going to save you tons of money, and you're going to be able to keep your wig crisp. This is the one that I took this wig out of this morning. Okay, now some of y'all was doing this with your wigs and your weaves and whatnot, and I still don't understand why you're doing it. At night, baby girl, and I don't care your race. I do not care your race. This is a general rule for wearing wigs. And if you get in full weaves, you need to invest in like a silk bonnet. If you're not a silk bonnet person, then you need to have some silk pillowcases. I prefer the silk bonnet. You just put that bad boy on at night, tie your edges, and you're good to go. Now, I know some people who refuse to tie up their hair, and that should be knotted every day. And then y'all got the nerve to come on here and talk about the quality of the hair. Well, the quality ain't shit, because sis, you aren't taking care of it. Why do you not have your bonnet on? That's my question for you. Okay, and I get it. Sometimes we laid up with our booze and it's not really sexy, but if he's a real freak, he gonna be into that bonnet. If not, you still need to preserve your hair. You need to preserve it. And honestly, especially for Black women, we should be doing that with our natural too. Sleep with your bonnets on, okay? So I know you're trying to keep it sexy. Another thing that I would say is make sure you invest in a tail comb, and generally one that has a little iron on it, because it's really going to help you lay your edges. Those are just some of the tips that I could think of that no one told me when I first started. As we get further into lace front wig season, I'll try to come up with some other tips and tricks of things that I have thought about. But seriously, no one tells you that you could be allergic to certain things and that you need to test it out for yourself. No one tells you that you don't have to use the products your hair salon uses. It's whatever you bring to them that works for your skin. All the women in my family have super, super sensitive skin and some really crazy ass allergies. So I want to make sure your edges are protected, your skin is looking flawless. And like, if wearing a lace front and the products you're using are breaking you out, then you're either using the wrong products or maybe it's the wrong lace for you. And this is not going to be for everyone. If you sweat a lot in your head, I have some girlfriends that sweat a lot. So they literally use temporary sprays, have the wig on for the day, and then, at night they put it on the wig stand. They take it off, and I've already done some videos about the difference between the gels, the jellies, the glues, the liquid sprays. If you're a temporary whole person, then don't go for the glues. So if you know you only want to have that wig on for like a couple of days, maybe it's not going to be the thing for you. Maybe a spray is going to be better, or a jelly. And then also, whatever products that you decide works for you, like I'm a bowl hole girl. Well, I'm a bowl hole, and I'm also this Eben, New York. Okay, they don't got me. Once you know what works for you, you can slowly test these things out at home just on your skin and make sure that it's not burning or it's not having some sort of reaction. There are so many things that when you're watching a wig influencer install the wigs, you may not know. And unfortunately, a lot of the tips that I'm passing on, I learned from experience. Like, I learned what I was allergic to. I learned that I can't really mess with tapes. It was just trial and error. Now, as far as practicing your wig installs, I'm going to tell you again, practice. I generally do an install about once a week, but I'm a Gemini, so this week I done switched my wig twice already, okay? Because my wigs go with my mood. Practice good wig hygiene. You should be taking care of your wigs just as well as you take care of your natural hair. So that means putting a little moisture in it, putting the bonnet on, making sure it's laid. These things are important. Washing them and air drying them. Please, I know there's some people that tell you don't wash your wigs too often because then it's going to lose its luster. Well, if you're buying expensive deep conditioner, it shouldn't be losing its luster. And then YouTube has a million videos about how to bring your wig back when it has died. But what I'm trying to do is take you to a process where it's not going to die. Also, if you're a person where you only wear wigs on occasion, it's fine to own 2 wigs, but if you're someone like myself where you live in it, 2 wigs is just not going to do. You're going to kill those wigs. They're not going to last. And on average, my wigs, even my cheapest ones, definitely go, last 6 months to a year. So it's all about how you care it. All right, I had one other tip, but I don't want this video to be over 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to drop another video with the other tip I have. All right, it's KJM, it's TBT, it's the first day of autumn, it is lace front wig season, and I wish you all blessing upon blessings this season. And I'm out.